Let's do Tomi Lahren.
Tomi Lahren.
Oh, we're doing Tommy Sotomayor?
No.
Tomi Lahren, the blonde-haired bombshell,
Yeah.
who's a
Oh,
Republican.
the piss lady.
Yeah.
She's
The
a Christian.
piss lady.
No,
that's Lawrence Southern.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes.
No, oh wait, no, sorry, I remember her. Brat's Barbie girl.
Oh
lady.
yeah, she's so. This woman is so dumb. It's clear she was hired just to sit there, look pretty, and read a script.
Yeah.
And she looks like a bobblehead.
I liked her calling out Beyonce at the Super Bowl.
Sure.
Yeah,
I actually agreed with. We didn't play that because I actually agreed with a lot of what she said.
Yeah, their script writers aren't
fortunate.
always shit. You know, their script writers aren't always shit.
In this video, she's this is the video that got misplaced, and she's drooling over Marco Rubio.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Welcome back for.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was actually her debut on this show. Was her obsession with Marco Rubio D.
You know, she talks about him all the time. It might as well be every episode.
That's terrifying.
Over my Twitter feed, Tommy, are you still supporting Marco Rubio? But he's losing. Your answer? Hell yes, I'm still supporting Marco Rubio, and here's why. Take a look at this map. I want to show you something called the blue wall. Stubborn conservatives ignore it like Queen Hillary avoids calls from Benghazi.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
The blue wall.
The blue wall.
Yeah.
I see a red wall running right up the middle of the country.
Yeah. There's a little bit of projection here because there are some red marked states and there are some blue marked states, but somehow the blue is the blue wall.
Oh.
So what is this mystical blue wall? Well,
Let's
we
hear
should
it.
know we created it. The electoral map favors the Democrats. A candidate needs 270 electoral votes to make the presidency.
That explains all the Republican gerrymandering, surely. Ugh.
Here's the bad news. States that have voted blue in
Stop
every
with
election
the
since
cameras.
92 account for 242 votes by themselves. So while the Republicans are nickel...
Wait,
She
so
doesn't know what camera to focus on, so she's just settling.
she always
with one.
stares. She stares into one camera the whole time, and the cameramen just randomly zoom around her like madmen. I don't
yeah,
understand.
I mean, if the camera went up underneath the desk she's sitting at,
I can
would
see
be
that.
I
cool with
feel
that.
like the spinning camera angle will eventually hear the words "Tomi Lahren Digivolve" too. Like it doesn't. No.
Into a
I'm a
natural
nerd.
giraffe.
Into a natural blonde.
I mean, it's like she doesn't understand that literally what she's saying is the population centers vote predominantly liberal.
I would love it
all
if she
means.
digivolved into Milo.
You think the carpet matches the drapes?
No, absolutely not. Nope.
Yeah, it's definitely brown. Look at her
Yeah,
eyebrow.
look at those
I
eyebrows,
think
dude.
the carpet is albino.
But I think she's shaved.
Yeah, well, of course. You're not going to be able to tell
I
ever.
think it
so
looks
you're
like Betty White's hair down there.
Glenn Beck doesn't like the carpet.
and diamonds in every last swing state we can muster. The Dems need to only hold those states and add Florida or Ohio and Virginia or two smaller states like Iowa or Nevada. Then guess what happens? They win the White House again. The blue
It's
wall
like,
doesn't guarantee.
in her mind, it's some kind of conspiracy. Like, oh, this was set up. No, like, this is just the democratic process, you bimbo. People can vote how they choose. And the trends in America is that America has become more liberal over the years. Get used to it.
Well, and especially the population centers, and the more populous you are, the more vote you get. That's just how that works.
I mean, if it makes Tomi feel any better, we're like one extremist Democratic president away from having a right-wing revolution in this country where
we were
most of
talking
the
about
population goes right-wing. But for now, we are fairly liberal, and in between the rise of the right-wing extremists that inevitably will come in the future and the downfall of the left-wing extremists we suffer from currently, we will have a little bit of a glory period where we're mellowed out, chill, and peaceful until the new bullshit comes.
The far, far left worries me more than the far... Nah, I mean, I don't know. They're both fucked up, but...
Yeah, it really depends on which one you're dealing with at the time. You always think that one's the worst one.
Sure.
Yeah.
The
It's my
Dems will
feeling,
always
too.
win, but it sure gives them more ways of doing it while we're over here trying to pinch votes out of every swing state we can. So how does this relate to my Marco Rubio pick? He is the only GOP
Well,
candidate.
I find him absolutely dreamy. He has
Aw.
abs. He has perfect teeth.
Wait, she still thought he had a chance to take Florida, didn't she?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
so
no.
cute.
No.
Well, that was a Trump state. I could have told you that. I could have told you that from across
Yeah.
the fucking country. That's a Trump state.
Trump takes
Yeah.
takes Rubio's
There's
state.
Trump signs everywhere
Yup,
here.
I'm telling you, I'm not even there. I haven't been home in 2 years. I guarantee there are Trump signs.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a Rubio place. They're not interested. Rubio comes off as a young idiot. They want nothing to do with him.
That can turn blue.
I travel
The
around the
Trump
state.
and Reich shall
Oh,
come.
yeah?
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
you do.
talk to a lot of people, and yeah, definitely Trump.
Yeah, that's the general milieu.
Trump way.
States purple or red.
Trumpianopolis 2016.
You're right. He's done great in the primaries. I'll give you that. Trump
I love their music just drops in and out for no apparent reason.
Oh, it's every
All
crack video does
the
that.
technical details in these videos are amazing. All of them. They're just so over the top and ridiculous.
I just thought this was her special Marco Rubio music. Like whenever she talks about it, she has to put on techno stripper music.
No, it helps me visualize the porn that I could make with her if I.
yeah,
They got the music
I think
playing.
that's the subtle point. I think that they make the whole time. I think they're implying she's a porn star. They're trying to get the camera zooms and.
She definitely has a
She
career.
should wear a bikini with Glenn Beck's face on the tits.
Oh god,
Awful.
scary.
is still feeding off the
And then
end
on
balloon, and
the
Ted Cruz
crotch,
has more
it
delegates than
says
Rubio
Blaze.
by quite a bit. But here's the kicker. The stubborn conservatives love to forget the primaries are not the general. The general is a whole different animal. It's like your Little League team winning the Little League World Series and trying to take on the big boys in Omaha. Stubborn conservatives make the mistake of living too deep within their own minds. The nation should be conservative. The nation should vote based on the Constitution and Christianity and traditional marriage and
Christianity. Yeah, that's where she loses me,
She's
man.
gone off.
What a
I'm telling
nut.
you, man. That's the
really
inevitable
is
end
crazy.
result. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I don't know if she's crazy. If she has script writers, it's irrelevant. Because if I were given this script, I wouldn't read it. So it's not. There's no way I'd read that script.
I mean,
out
in
loud.
that case, it's even worse than she's just a shill for money. And the Blaze's money, they're going bankrupt. That can't be worth much.
Good. That'll be fun to watch.
balanced budget.
Yeah, fuck them.
Key word there. Should. If Americans did what they should, we wouldn't have King Obama soiling the carpet in the Oval Office for 8 years.
Look, you can't just king
King
everyone.
Obama.
Oh,
Every left-wing candidate is a king. Every right-wing person is the savior. Don't you understand? That's how this works.
that is how this works. Even though a lot of people want Trump to be king. Or to,
Guys, I'm probably voting for Trump, but I mean, I don't consider myself a conservative. I can't stand the
to be
the
fair, he's
whole
not a
conspiracy. Yeah, I don't
Well,
think he is.
non-believer. You're just you're actually the majority of the people who will be voting for him. If you really interview people like privately, I do encourage you, if you know any liberal people, to talk with them privately. No cameras, no recording. Just ask them, look, who are you voting for? Because according to a lot of political analysts, the most of the people who are going to be voting for Trump are liberals who are sick of the left to the point where they are slowly becoming right wingers.
Yeah.
Then they feel like they can't publicly say that they're voting for Trump.
Right. Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm still in that boat. I mean, I don't push it. I don't tweet all the time. Trump. You know. But man, I can't bring myself to vote for Hillary.
You're voting for the same reason that a lot of people are, where they're saying they'd prefer to give it the middle finger, because he's the middle finger candidate. He's the fuck you to the entire establishment, left, right, doesn't matter. He's not
I
coming.
disagree with so much he says too. I mean, he says some ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
It's
But-
true. I'll be honest with you. I go to the point where I want to vote for him, and in my mind, I just go back to they're rapists, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll abstain this season.
I mean, that is the advantage. Trump has a really good chance of winning this.
Because of the rapists?
No, just because so many people are excited, and if Hillary does get the nomination, she doesn't excite people like Trump does. We might be seeing President Trump.
Well, and people are like all shocked. Some of the states like Nevada and stuff usually went like Trump. And I'm like, have you driven through the southwestern portion of this country? There are road signs. There are big billboards along the side that are for people that are wanted for violent crimes that haven't been found. They're all Mexican. So you just drive around all day and big billboards have Mexican people's faces saying rapist, robber, burglary, yada yada yada. So, I mean, they are having a problem down there to the point where people take ad space out on fucking billboards, dude.
Actually, you know the weird thing, and you probably wouldn't expect this from Texas, but in San Antonio, if you're voting for Trump, most Mexican restaurants ban you.
Really? That would
Like,
be
if
Wow.
you go in with a hat saying "Make America Great Again," they will kick you out.
That's hilarious.
They could do that because it's
I mean, that's totally fair.
usual service.
Yeah, and honestly, that his
Not based on
his
race
initial
or anything.
comments on immigration, though, I gotta say, they're what make me keep going away from him. I mean, I'm a Texan. Most of our population is part Mexican, so I don't know.
Yeah,
You know, most like
it's been pretty hashed to death. We can finish this.
years. Marco Rubio is the only candidate that can take back the White House. But don't take my word for it. Ask one of the 3 M's: millennials, minorities, moderates. Ask them if they would vote for Ted Cruz, then ask them if they vote for Marco Rubio. I've done it. I've been
Isn't it funny that he's like almost out of the race at this point?
He left. What's
He
funny?
dropped out.
Oh, did he?
I hate this idea. Yeah, I hate this idea that Marco Rubio is painted as a moderate. No, he is a crazy Christian fundamentalist, just like Ted Cruz. I don't know why people think that he's center. Like, no, this is the guy who wants to overturn Roe versus Wade. Are you kidding me? This
center
guy,
crazy.
this is your best moderate.
yeah, and he's also a race baiter, so.
Well, of
You got-
course.
There is that.
I mean, you've seen his spat with Cruz over. Well, he doesn't even speak Spanish, and then Cruz, of course, trumped him. Pardon the pun. But you know, by not cursing him out, but by arguing with him politely in Spanish.
doing it consistently for the last 2 years.
I'm not.
That's actually pretty awesome.
Cali liberals, I ask gays, I ask Hispanics, I ask Uber drivers and dry cleaners and the folks next to me
Tomi,
on
what
airplanes.
gay do you
I
know
like
besides
to talk, but I also
Milo?
like to listen. Rubio is
I love that she just listed a bunch of service operators and didn't realize how fucking shitty that made her sound.
Yeah.
I asked my cleaner. I asked my
Uber driver.
Yeah, I asked my Uber
Very
driver.
stereotypical.
God,
Right.
he's like that. The brother of the guy who died of a crack overdose or crack cocaine overdose in Toronto, running for mayor, and he says like, "Well, look, when I talk
Ford.
about Jews, I
Rob
asked
Ford.
my Jewish lawyer, my Jewish banker, my Jewish accountant."
Yo.
It's getting a little Jewy in here.
In fact, my wife is Jewish. Ipso facto, his wife was not Jewish.
Close enough. Jewish.
I forgot the ish.
Ah,
They're not true Jews.
Not true, dude.
Aren't Jews like?
Sean King is blackish.
Aren't they less than 1% of the population?
Wednesday
Yes.
nights on ABC.
They get brought up so much you would think they're more.
Again,
But, yeah.
approximately 10 to 12 million, yes. That's in total.
or Romney. He's not rich, he's not old, he's not baking powder white, he doesn't sound like a Baptist preacher.
Bacon
He can
powder?
win.
What?
He can flip votes.
Hashtag baking powder white.
What's that?
Oh my god.
Buy
What if
the
he- what if
baking
he
powder
was
white
baking
t-shirt
powder
from
white?
NightmareFuelPodcast.com.
I don't know. I think that's also a little condescending. Like, you know, these people on the left, they never vote for a white person. You know, meanwhile, the two candidates are white. But, you know, whatever.
No,
We
this
are
is
shooting
Go ahead.
conservatism slipping in some progressivism in some political correctness, and she's talking about a candidate. She's saying he's not baking powder white. Like, conservatives back in the day never would have said some shit like that.
Yeah, they're trying. It's
They're-
almost like they're trying to be hip. Like, oh, we
Yeah,
can
exactly,
appeal to people. We have people who aren't
younger
white.
people, yeah.
Yeah, we can move on. I'm sick of her. She is gross.
That's true.
Too gross.
You know what she looks like? She looks like how H.P. Lovecraft described the population of Innsmouth. Her face. The long forehead and the squinted eyes down to the mouth.